Okay, so the PSVR2 has been out for what, a year and a half? When it launched, I thought it was badass. Like it's an amazing piece of technology. But like other things that Sony's put out, like the PS Vita, they just kind of, step away from it. They expect other people, other companies to make this thing a success. And that's just not right. They kind of don't support the thing. It's an amazing piece of hardware, though. I give them props. But you know what? Finally, they released a PC adapter. So those of us who were early adopters could maybe get our money's worth and get some use out of it. So I bought the adapter, got it shortly after launch. I pre-ordered it and I've been putting it to some use. So I wanted to share my experience with it, dusted that thing off and have been using it. Now, it has not been a flawless experience. I must say that. But maybe this is a me problem. I'm just going to explain real quick. So in this video, just sharing my experiences. I'm not a VR expert, not a VR channel, right? It's just about, my time with it. So I'm going to talk about that and compare it to my experiences using other VR headsets, namely the Quest 3 that's one that I've been using the most lately. But with this adapter here, so you plug this thing into your PC. It does require power, so it comes with a power adapter. Plug that in, and then you have to use a DisplayPort 1.4 cable. Boom, plug that into your PC. So multiple cables, bam, good to go, right? Download on Steam the PlayStation VR2 app. So you got to be doing that. So that's one thing. Now, have Steam VR, good to go. Now, once you get the VR2 app going, you have the PSVR2 plugged into this little box. You get everything set up and going. You have to have the two controllers, the Sense controllers, sync to your PC through Bluetooth. I'd heard some people saying that they were having issues, the early impressions. I didn't have a problem with my PC with the built-in Bluetooth on my motherboard. I'll put all my specs up on the screen and the motherboard that I'm using, but some people have had issues. I didn't. Even when I got it synced and actually eventually got into the games, I didn't really have issues with my Bluetooth, but I did buy one of the dongles that Sony recommended just in case. So they do have recommended ones, but I didn't need to use that. So going through that process, like I said, eventually I did get to use it, but that process, for some reason, my PC would crash. So this happened a couple times, like when I got to that final step of the setup. And as this was like a day after the adapter came out, I wasn't really finding any information. So I was just trying to troubleshoot on my own. I thought maybe because I have multiple monitors, I'll disable that. But I was like, I've used other VR headsets and that wasn't an issue. So what the heck? I disabled monitors. I disabled the integrated graphics on my CPU, which I wasn't using to begin with. Did that, uninstalled the VR2 app, uninstalled Steam VR, got rid of the drivers, redid the Bluetooth connection, just redid everything, and eventually it started working. So yeah, I don't know, just the initial thing, maybe it was a me problem, I don't know. But now I've been looking it up and I've found other people have had similar issues, so I don't know. But eventually I got it working. Now, in-game, yeah, the controllers worked fine for me. I didn't have those weird Bluetooth issues. They responded okay. Everything was good. The controllers are comfortable, but the one thing is on the PS5, you have all sorts of features. With the headset, you have HDR, eye tracking. You don't have any of that on PC. Not as of yet. Maybe that'll be modded or hacked in or per game. Maybe something will happen in the future. And then with the controllers, you don't have the adaptive triggers or haptics or anything like that. So you don't have any of that stuff. But everything else works fine. The controllers feel fine. To me, they feel just like the Quest 3 controllers. The only thing is this big ass ring. If I have them sitting on a desk, like I recorded my footage, demonstrating this stuff today. If I have them sitting on my desk, picking them up, trying to situate the big ass ring controller on my hands, a little bit more of a pain in the ass than just picking this up. That's one thing, but they both feel the same in my hands. It's just more convenient grabbing this than this, and the little strap gets in the way. But both of them, you could easily remove the straps if they bother you. So there's that. Now the VR2, both, like I'll compare it a bit to the Quest 3, as those are the two headsets that I've been using. The VR2 and the Quest 3 in this video, I did not use any add-ons. I used them stock out of the box, no different straps or face cushions or anything like that, right? The only thing I added was my prescription, so I had lens attachments because I do wear glasses. So with the VR2, I'm going to point out one thing. I never really had this issue on the PS5. I don't know why, but it's just on PC. But the PSVR2, you could adjust the pupillary distance, so the way the lenses are, and it goes up to 72, which is what my PD is, my pupillary distance. On the Quest 3, it doesn't go up that high, but I could see more clearly and like get everything adjusted easier with the Quest 3 than the PSVR2 on PC. I don't know why. On the PSVR2, just on PC, I get like this ghosting a little bit on like lettering and stuff sometimes where it's weird. It doesn't like completely take away from things, but I do see it occasionally, but I don't see that on the Quest 3. So getting a headset on my head, the PSVR2, just stock, no light comes in, it completely seals around my face. There's a lot more adjustment getting it on my head and whatnot. But it's less comfortable to me than the stock Quest 3, even though the Quest 3, the strap that it comes is crappy. But it's the PSVR2 is less comfortable, just straight up with you. But yeah, once I'm in it, it works fine. Everything looks good. They're OLED screens, so the blacks look really good. And like I'm using Half-Life Alyx as an example game. It looks great in that game. You know, so yeah, if you have a VR2 already, you don't want to get rid of it because you don't want to lose money on it because you bought it full price when it came out, and you have a PC that can run VR, then yeah, get this damn adapter. But if you're looking to just get into PC VR and you don't have a VR headset, maybe look at what is cheaper at the moment, right? Because the PSVR2 is not on sale right now. Maybe it'll go back on sale. But for me, using the Quest 3 has been more of a simpler, easier thing on PC than the PSVR2. Using the Quest, the Link app was easier to get set up. And I use the Quest 3 wired on my PC, and it's just one wire, right? And I have a cable. I'll show which one I use that provides power and links to the PC all in one cable. So like it just works for me. I could use it wireless if I want. And I could use it wireless and just have a cable plugged into like a battery pack if I want to keep it going. But, just having that one single cable instead of like a bunch of cables with this. I mean, it's not a bunch of cables, but multiple cables, display port, power cable, and then lead another cable to the PC. Like, it's just more convenient. And then, like I said, I don't get that ghosting with the Quest 3. For me, that's a personal thing. I don't think everybody gets that, but with the VR2, just on PC, on the PS5, I don't get that. I don't know why. But the Quest 3, the one thing I'll point out, like how I said the VR2, I don't get any light bleed because it just completely seals, just stock out the box. The Quest 3, I do get light coming up from underneath, just, stock. I'm sure there's attachments that get rid of that. So I do see that because it is kind of annoying. But, the blacks aren't as good because it's not OLED screen with the Quest 3. But it's just so much easier and quicker and easier to use. I don't have to link these up to the PC through Bluetooth or anything. It's just a lot more convenient for me to use Quest 3, and I own both of them. So that's what my point is. Like, I'll just use that because I already own it. But if I didn't own it and say the PSVR2 was on sale for $350 plus the $60 for this, I would probably buy that. Now, you have to keep in mind the Quest 3, they're supposed to have a cheaper model coming out later on that retains like the same lenses and whatnot that it already has. Maybe like wait and see what they do with that. That might be a reasonable option if you want to get into PC gaming. And with the Quest 3, it's a standalone headset that you get it has its own store and everything. The PSVR2, yeah, you use it with the PS5, that's its store, but you have to have a PS5 to utilize it that way. So for me, it's like, yeah, it was worth getting the adapter. It works fine other than those few issues that might have been a me problem to begin with. I don't know. But it's just kind of a hassle getting everything going versus using the Quest 3. So that's my experience. It works fine, but my preference just would be the Quest 3 for the time being. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Bye.